second seed from China. China, Japan and Korea dominating the quarterfinal draw. Awesome performance this morning from Chen Yufei. She really looks unstoppable right now, beating the world champion Akane Yamaguchi. Picked her apart in that deciding game. An Se-young on court right now in a thrilling end to a deciding game against Ga Eun. We're right at the bottom there. And Han Yue, the 4th seed, also from China, is up against Miyazaki later on. Should be a very entertaining match, this one. If Ga Eun can keep consistent, she can provide the challenge.
Okay, come here for a toss. Kim, you get a toss, red or black? Black, red for you. Red. That side. Receive. Service.
Wang Zhi Yi winning the coin toss and electing the far side of the court to start the match. Ga Eun from Ulsan in the south of South Korea, 27 years old. She'll be 28 actually in a few weeks' time. Inside the top 20 in the world rankings currently. She was number 12 in the rankings last spring after a good run on the World Tour. And she looked positive yesterday. I liked her style of play against Natsuki Nidara of Japan, who struggled throughout the match. A little bit complacent, perhaps, from Ga Eun in the second after a good lead. Let her opponent back in, but all in all, a good performance. Wang Zhi Yi, still just 25 years of age, from Shaxi, the Jingzhou southern Hubei province in China. 50 or perhaps 51 now consecutive weeks as world number 2. Asian champion twice over the last 3 years. And looked very solid yesterday against a player who I think will be a real threat to women's singles over the next few years. Just turned 18 last month, Unnati Hooda, the young Indian. If she develops nicely over the next couple of years, will be a real contender. Kelvin Sui from New Zealand is our chair umpire, and Haydar Ditu
ready to play
from France, a service judge. Well, Wang Zhi Yi, 11 titles
Ladies
on the
and
World
gentlemen,
Tour,
on my right,
including the Malaysian
Wang Zhi Yi,
Masters
China,
and the China Open this year. Super
and on my
1000
left,
event, that one.
Ga Eun, Korea. Wang Zhi Yi to serve, level, play.
She'll start the match on serve at the top of your screen. A terrific All-England final, if fans remember, against An Se-young this year. And surely her consistency will be enough
Service over.
to cause problems
1 love.
for Ga Eun today.
Two love. Shuttle.
Well, perfect length.
3 love.
And a perfect start for Ga Eun.
Love.
Shot quality on point from the Korean.
Service over. 1-4.
Just narrowly wide.
2-4.
Quite interesting, that head-to-head record, 3-all between two players where there's quite a lot of distance in the world rankings and in their World Tour performance history over the last year or two.
Service over. 5-2.
Last meeting, as you saw on screen earlier, the quarterfinal of the China Masters this year. Ga Eun coming through strongly in a deciding game.
6-2.
Uses her height and power well, the Korean. Wang Zhi Yi
7-2.
not looking all that confident right now.
Eight, 2. Nine, 2. Ten, 2.
Well, what about this start for Ga Eun, or rather, Wang Zhi Yi not looking herself right now. It's Going to have a lot to do in the second half of this game.
3-10.
Good length from Kim. Good rally. Oi!
4-10.
That was a good opportunity. That would have taken us to the interval. And Kim Ga Eun would have been filled with confidence. Wang Zhi Yi can scrape back a couple of points here. Be a much more even opening game.
Five, 10.
It's on the line. That's
Service
a couple.
Over 11.
That Wang Zhi Yi has left
interval.
in that round the head corner. Kim Ga Eun with the perfect length. And it's the Korean with a much better start to this match. 11-5 on the scoreboard. Wang Zhi Yi hasn't really been into this match yet.
빠르게 넘기려고 하지 말고 그냥 이렇게 살살 넘겨도 앞에 오면 이렇게 하면 되니까. 그리고 앞에도 너무 짧게 그냥 길게 그냥 가운데 툭 누르고 올라오면
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Wang, on court. Eleven, 5. Play.
Well, a few words from the coach never hurts. And it certainly
12-5.
seems like Wang Zhi Yi
Manchich.
needs a bit of help right now. This style of Kim Ga Eun is causing the world number 2 sorts of problems here.
Thank you. Twelve, 5. Service over. 6-12.
Wang Zhi Yi lost out in the second round last year at the French Open. Oh, that's again, Kim's missed that forehand kill.
7-12.
Yeah, Wang lost out to Tai Su Ying this time last year in round 2. Better. Wang Zhi Yi,
8,
speed of movement
12.
increased. And giving Kim Ga Eun fewer opportunities to attack.
Players ready.
Maybe it was as simple as that. Had another gear to go into, because you could have argued, if you didn't know who the two players were, you could have argued it's
9,
Kim Ga
12.
Eun who was looking more like a world #2 player the way these two started the opening game.
Service over.
She's got some attacking weapons,
13,
Kim Ga Eun.
9. Kim Ga Eun challenges called out.
Well, personally, I don't think I can remember seeing a successful challenge on your opponent's back line when you've lifted or cleared the shuttle. Kim Ga Eun thinks this is close.
Challenge
Hawkeye.
unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
As it seems almost always.
Service over.
Confirms
10,
it was long.
13.
Lee Hyun-il down there, I think that was.
Play.
Korean former men's singles player. 10, 15 years ago. One of my favourite players to watch.
11, 13.
Yeah, the reason I don't like those challenges is that your opponent thinks it's long. They wouldn't have left it otherwise. And they have got the most invested in that choice. And the line judge, whose job it is to watch it, also thinks it's long, or they wouldn't have called it out. And because it's a lift or a clear, they've got plenty of time to judge that call. Great rally from Wang. Kim fighting hard to keep in this. Try too much in the end. You can understand the feeling of having to fight
12,
so hard for so
13.
long in this rally. Kim had to use a lot of energy there.
Down. Can you show?
Longest rally we've seen. And Wang Zhi Yi closing that gap.
Thank you. Twelve, 13.
If Kim can stay positive, work hard to get the initial attack and use that height advantage, she's got a good chance here. But for me, that is the chance, the only option. Take it early,
Service over.
clip it down. I mean,
14,
I think she's
12.
a lot taller than the player profile suggests. It says there's 1 centimetre in height difference between them. It says
Play.
Wang Zhi Yi is 171 or 5'7", which I think is about right. And it says Kim Ga Eun's just 1 centimetre taller, but if that is right, then she seems to have a lot higher reach.
Service over. 13, 14.
I think she's more like 175 or more, 5'8", 5'9", perhaps. Maybe even close to 5'10". She looks quite tall. And some of those winners she's hit from early position in the rear court suggest somehow she's able to take that shuttle early. Oh, what a shame. That was a great punch clear.
Service over.
Touch of deception.
15,
I'm not sure
13.
Ga Eun would have done much with this. Good leave in the end.
Service over.
It's a good variation from Wang Zhi Yi.
14, 15.
Reverse slice from round the head. Looking smooth now, Wang. Pace has certainly gone up for Wang Zhi Yi in this second half of the opening game. It's gone wide.
15, all. Kim, get ready.
Back on level terms. World number 2, Wang Zhi Yi, has not had the lead at all in this opening game. In fact, she was 10-2 down. She has the lead now.
16, 15.
And perhaps even more importantly, has the momentum.
Play on. Service over. 16, all.
It's a nice shot. This is where things get tough. Good rally.
17, 16.
It's not easy to get that kind of feel and touch at the end of a long rally. Credit to Ga Eun. Excellent. That is excellent.
That was
Oh,
in your challenge? No, that was in. What? No, it was in.
Confusion.
Kim Ga Eun challenges called in.
It wasn't called in, it was called out by the line judge. Unless the umpire decided to make the call himself and overrule the line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful, no challenges remaining.
Well,
Service over.
we had some challenge
17
controversy yesterday.
all.
I don't want to go into too much detail, but
Play.
I think the game needs some improvements in certain areas. And in my view, the far side line judge I was keeping eyes on called that in. Now, if it's in, it was Wang Zhi Yi who had her hand in the air to challenge. And fair enough. And she would have won that challenge. And so the players would have kept their challenges.
18-17.
But the umpire decided it was out. Or perhaps was looking at a different line judge. Ga Eun therefore needed to challenge and lost her challenge. If she needs that challenge later because she's now out of challenges, is that fair? Just a question. (18-17), Wang Zhi Yi. Great save. She's keeping this alive somehow, Wang Zhi Yi. Terrific rally, one of the longest we've seen and one of the best.
Service over, 18-all.
Well, both players on their haunches. That is hard work.
Wang Zhi Yi.
Terrific control of the shuttle from Kim. The reason why talking about that challenge situation. Oh, hold on. Both players exhausted.
Play on.
And there's been a good couple of rallies, long rallies in the last few.
18.
And you can see them taking deep, deep breaths. Umpire doesn't care, as is his right. Play must be continuous. It's gone long. Challenge.
Wang Zhi Yi challenges called out.
Well, I'm glad there's another challenge. I was just wanting to go back to something that happened yesterday. Jonathan Christie used up his challenges. There was a call at game point in the second. And the call was that the shuttle on Christie's back line landed in. And we all thought it was out. The replays, my first instincts. Christie certainly thought it was long. And he was infuriated when the call was in. Now this one's very long, as you can see.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
I'd like to see Hawkeye
19,
available to
18.
us and the fans in that situation.
Play.
Because it happens in other sports. I also think it was unfair on such a crucial moment in the match that a potentially incorrect call can cause or create an outcome that isn't fair. Christie went on to lose the match. Good shot from Wang. Well, she needed that.
Service over.
Wang Zhi Yi.
19-all.
I get the feeling that Ga Eun is able to get into this semi-final. She needs this opening game. I think it will be very difficult for her. She's gone wide. Very difficult for her if she loses this opener after so much hard work.
Game point,
such a big lead.
19.
To come back and win the next two against the world number 2. That would be very impressive and very surprising. But right now, it's Wang Zhi Yi with a solitary game point. She
Service
cannot
over.
convert. 20-all.
20-all.
No delay. Good net shot,
Service
good smash. And
21,
the block out
20.
wide from the Korean. Game point number 2 for Wang Zhi Yi. It's good play from the Chinese. Kim survived nicely. Oh, into the net. It's Wang Zhi Yi with the opener and the huge cry of achievement.
First game won by Wang Zhi Yi.
That was a great turnaround.
22-20.
Under some real pressure from Kim Ga Eun throughout that opening game, 22-20.
你给他后场，你不知道他高吊上，你抓不到球，对不对？那我就用顺风战术，我自己吊上上网来打网前。你看他防，他是不是也会失误？所以我逼得没办法，我该给后场，我给一拍，我只要能控制网前的，我就给往前，自己主动前后跑，这样没问题。 知道吗？因为总比什么？总比你给了他后场，他打着高吊杀我，他自己在中间换半天，啊！然后第二个就是头顶那边步伐一定要后撤出来，那一小步，左脚那一小步一定要出来，啊！你反正不管他发就发，我发抓后场，不是后场往前我就去戳，对不对？把这个一定要坚定起来，好吧？啊，自己的线路吊上往打往前啊！
这个是比较适合老的喜欢这个说法。这个没有很简单的，这个没有。그리고는 빠지지 말고 앞쪽에 있어. 밀었다가 이게 앞에 있었으면 칠 수 있는데 밀리니까 다시 리턴 해주면 백으로 잡을 거야. 그래서 앞쪽에 붙어 있다.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Second game. Love all. Play. Fold. Service over. 1 love.
Well, Kim Ga Eun receiving encouragement, support, strategy from one of the great Korean men's singles players, Lee Hyun-il. Good finish.
2 love.
Korean coaching staff with a tough job. I like that. Little
3
deception from Kim.
love.
Just turned the wrist at the last second. And just like the game we saw before, 3 love, Kim Ga Eun.
Four love.
Took a lot of hard work for Wang Zhi Yi to close out that opening game and come back in the first place. She cannot afford to let Kim Ga Eun get so far ahead as she did in the first. Great attacking. Lovely.
Service over. 1-4.
Nice shot.
Service over. 5-1.
Slightly unusual footwork from Kim Ga Eun when she moves underneath the shuttle. If your opponent lifts the shuttle behind you and you have
Service
to move
over.
sideways, either left or right,
2-5.
you typically see players either move diagonally straight underneath the shuttle, or their first movement is sideways and then they go back underneath. There is Lee Hyun-il, World and Asian Games medalists. 18 Grand Prix titles he won in his career. Just wide. Challenge.
Wang Zhi Yi challenges called out.
Yeah, typically you see a player move sideways, then backwards underneath the shuttle. Kim Ga Eun does the opposite. The only player I can think of who does that. Moves backwards first, then moves sideways, and I find, well, I believe that can only create inconsistency.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 6-2. Play. Service over. 3-6.
He's working very hard here, the Korean. Lovely.
4-6.
Textbook from Wang. Good shot.
Service over. 7-4.
Yeah, that reaction from Wang suggests she didn't quite get hold of that backhand lift as well as she might. Great shot. Just long from Kim.
Service over. 5-7. Service over. 8-5.
Good play. Good rally. Oh, I think she might have found the line. Oh, it's called wide.
Service over. 6-8.
That, for me, might have been
Wang
worth
Zhi.
a challenge.
Shuttle. Play on.
No, just wide. Just misses this one as well.
7-8.
Fine margins. Could have easily
Wang.
been two winners. I don't think Wang Zhi Yi would have got a racket to either of those final shots from those two rallies. Missing by centimeters. That one was missed by a lot more.
8-all.
This second game, a little bit more typical of what we see from Ga Eun quite often. That's a shame. Again, that was a winner. Had it have stayed in court. Wang Zhi Yi nowhere near it. But Ga Eun, when she's threatened by the world's top 10, even top 20 at times, has a tendency to try and win the rally early, try to look for an outright winner, and makes mistakes. We've seen 3 in the last 4 points.
Service over.
Good pressure.
9-all. Play. Two
of the semi-finalists. Good shot. Kept this one in court, and that's the
10,
result.
9.
When she finds the court, they're great shots. Out of position, look at that. Off balance. Yeah, 2 of the semi-final berths have been filled. Top half, An Se-young versus Chen Yufei. Another meeting between those two great players. That will be tomorrow, probably the morning.
Service over. 10-all.
Bottom half of the draw to be decided, of course. And these, well, 2 live matches for you right now on courts 1 and 2. Might be an all Chinese semi-final. If Han Yue can find a way past Tomoka Miyazaki, who's looking pretty good in that second game. Well played.
Service over.
It's 11-10.
11-10 interval.
Well, a huge difference from what happened in the opening game where Kim had a big lead at the interval. Just 1 point. The lead in the second. Wang Zhi Yi looks very comfortable physically. A little bit of heavy breathing perhaps, but Ga Eun is physically fighting for her life, it seems.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. 1 on court. 11, 10. Play. Twelve, 10.
It's a big cry from Wang Zhi Yi.
Service over, 11, 12.
Similar story to the two games, really. Kim off to a much better start in the early stages.
Eleven, 12.
Good shot again.
Service
Dangerous
over.
from that round the head position.
13, 11.
And hopefully she's realised, Kim, that from that position, this shot doesn't need to be on the line to be a winner. She's played a couple in the last few rallies. A good 6 inches or so inside the court that have got the job done.
Service over, 12, 13.
Well, how many times
Service
is Wang Zhi
over.
Yi going to lift that shuttle into that corner
14,
and let
12.
Kim Ga Eun cause her real problems with that drop shot? If I was Wang, I'd stay away from that round the head corner. Good rally here.
Service over, 13,
Consistent hard
14.
work from Wang Zhi Yi.
Wang Zhi Yi. All.
Another one long in the same position. Nice shot from Wang. A little bit of risk and
15,
reward involved.
40.
Had Kim got that over the net, Wang Zhi Yi would have been struggling with a long route.
Thank you.
Diagonally across court to pick that up.
$15, 14. $16, 14. Change.
It's nice. Brilliant. Good attacking play from Kim. Look at that, anguished.
Service over.
Wang Zhi Yi.
15, 16.
Big 1-2 combination. Wang Zhi Yi couldn't do enough with that defensive shot.
Wang Zhi. $15, 16.
Slow to get up there, Wang. I mean, in top-level
16,
badminton terms,
all.
we so often, and we get used to seeing singles players diving down in defense and springing back to life almost instantly. Wang, maybe she's feeling a little tired. Good play. Great attack. Has enough energy for the celebration.
Service over. 17, 16.
Much like yesterday, that's right knee heavily taped up. Kim Ga Eun doesn't seem to be affecting her play, her movement.
$17, 16.
Oi. That was a lovely looking shot. And I thought Wang Zhi Yi
It's out.
might have challenged.
Service over. 17, all. $17, all.
The world number 2 unable to create any daylight on the scoreboard. Really caused Kim Ga Eun that mental pressure of catching up. Brilliant shot and a great save. And again, that is terrific from Wang Zhi Yi.
18, 17.
Well, even she may not believe she just did this. That was great. This, even better. Lovely. That is lovely.
19-17.
Well, the previous rally perhaps a confidence builder because that deceptive net shot. It's not a shot that she's been playing all that often. Ga Eun with deception of her own. Hard work in defense for Wang Zhi Yi. The net cord comes in to help the Korean. Look at the
over.
Effort she's putting in.
18-19. Wang Zhi.
Heartbreaking. She probably would have had that back and the rally would have gone on.
Tao only. Thank you. (18-19).
Still 1 point clear for Wang Zhi Yi. Good net. That's a tough rally. And again, Wang Zhi Yi working incredibly hard in defense and gets the reward.
Challengers called out.
That is brilliant from Wang Zhi Yi. You have to admire the hard work and resilience. Ga Eun has collapsed over her own kit box. This is exhausting work. She's going to have to get very lucky with this challenge. That looked long to me.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. 20. Service over. 20. Match point 18. Play.
Match points then for Wang Zhi Yi. 2 of them. Brilliant.
Game.
Down the line. That is a great result, and she knows it. That's lovely as well. High level of respect between two great opponents. They've got a history. Their styles clash, and it makes it difficult for either one. Wang Zhi Yi, the world number 2, coming out in front today.
21-18.
And into a 750 French Open semi-final. The big win. A straight games win, and all smiles between these two, which is lovely to see as well. 22-20, 21-18 in 54 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you for staying with us so far today. Quarterfinals of the French Open 2025. And we've had some terrific matches already. 2 seeds in action next in the mixed doubles.